I think that my trauma was trying to show itself since I was a very young girl, but nobody back then knew what trauma was. So I think when I developed mental health symptoms as a girl, that was my trauma decontextualizing through my mind and my emotional experience. Later, it wanted to show up through the body. So I became very, very sick. So my body started to shut down when I was 24. All of a sudden, one day, my gut literally stopped working, and I was very scared. I couldn't keep down any food or water. And so I went to hospital, and I spent about 2 weeks in hospital, and they did every test under the sun, and they couldn't figure out what was happening. And at that time, I developed this spindly-like rash on my stomach, and I lost about 10 kilos. But they sent me off and said, oh, well, you'll just have to figure it out. And I did. I had to wean myself back onto food and just live with this very strange gut. And I was doing okay. And then about a month later, it started to affect my nervous system in a deeper way. So all of a sudden, my right foot just dropped and I couldn't move it. And as a young woman who had previously been very healthy, that was terrifying. So again, I went off to hospital, and I was told that I had nerve damage and that I would never walk again. And during that day, all these bruises started to appear on my leg. So I was really terrified. And again, they just said, well, you'll have to deal with that. You'll have to deal with a life where you can't walk. And I thought, no, I'm not accepting that. And so with the help of this beautiful physio and craniosacral therapist, I was walking again in a couple of months. But the trauma kept trying to speak. So then my left foot stopped working. And there was a period of a number of years where my legs would intermittently work and not work. And then it got worse. Then it started to show up through pain. And the pain was really very severe. And over time, it affected every system in my body. So I had problems with my bones, osteopenia, I had fluid on my lungs, and my skin became very, very weak. So my trauma was trying to speak, but back then, nobody knew how to listen.